Johansson had a game winner north of the border in Ottawa in overtime this season. He angles in, waits for the play to develop, leaves to Kuznetsov, fires, score! 26 seconds is all it takes. Washington heads to the break with an OT win.
That is huge. Hasn't been finding the net a whole lot, but he does in crunch time. Kuznetsov got his 7th goal of the year. His shooting percentage was the lowest of his career coming into this game. He's been getting chance after chance. He weasels his way in, calls his number, and rips it. It looks like it sneaks in 7-hole. Nice little pull up there by Marcus. Just about gets ripped off. The drop, missed coverage by the Columbus Blue Jackets, and there is a Blue Bayou game winner for the Evgeny Kuznetsov. Just rips it, and there it is, 7-hole under the arm, and between the blocker and the arm, disappointed Korpisalo. A very happy Capitals group with 2 points tonight.
Evgeny Kuznetsov waving to the folks as they head for the exits. His 8th all-time sudden victory overtime winner as a member of the Caps. A 4-3 decision over Columbus. Joe Beninati, Craig Laughlin with you here at Nationwide Arena, about to cross over to Alexa Landis-Stoy and Brent Johnson. Johnny, let's begin with you. As far as this hockey game was concerned, why did Washington lose the pace in the second half of the game? How was Columbus able to rally?
Well, I just think, Joe and Craig, I think that this is one of the things where, you have a team that has nothing to lose in the Columbus Blue Jackets, and they were going all night long. We talked about earlier how they play the Washington Capitals. They play them close to the vest. It's always a match and a tough matchup for the Washington Capitals. They had good goaltending. Goaltending was good on both sides of the puck tonight, but I thought it was just a game that the Capitals stuck in it. It wasn't the best they had, but you know what? It was enough to get 2 points and a good road win to boot.
Yeah, Johnny, hockey ties it up, but the Capitals get it done thanks to Evgeny Kuznetsov in overtime. What a way to hit this All-Star break. All smiles here from the Capitals players, and I'm sure their families as well. A career-high game performance from Trevor Van Riemsdyk will put the spotlight on his 2-goal game. Plus, it was Charlie Lindgren in net. As Johnny mentioned, the goaltender's making save after save. Johnny will break down his performance. And in South Florida on 3, Alex Ovechkin heading down to the All-Star game. We're taking a look at that all next on Post Game Live.
Capitals Post Game Live, presented by your DC area Acura dealer.
The Capitals finding a way in overtime in Columbus thanks to Evgeny Kuznetsov recording his 8th career overtime game winner. Kuzi waving to the fans and doing the bird as they are heading on this road trip back home and kicking off this All-Star break with a huge smile. Alongside Brent Johnson, I'm Alexa Landis-Stoy. Here at Dealers. Yeah, Johnny, we talked about it. Comfortable. Johnny hockey ties things up. Yeah. But the Capitals never wavered and found one.
They were always breathing down the Capitals' neck. I like the way the Capitals started out the game, right? They were great on the forecheck, all 3, and then that 4th line was absolutely spectacular. Yep. Hathaway early in the forecheck, providing a goal to boot. But I just think, going on, they'll look at this game, they'll probably look at the tape, and they'll say, all right, what happened? Why did we allow so many odd man rushes against? Was our third man not high enough? Were we trying to push things down low too much? And a couple other things like puck management in the neutral zone. They need to figure things out there, but they have a lot of time to do that with 10 days off here. But all in all, like I said, 2 points on the road. It's fantastic.
We'll take it, but definitely a few things to clean up. But let's take a look back. You saw there off the top. But let's take a look. Evgeny Kuznetsov and his magic. It all began with Marcus Johansson. He gets it back to Kuzi, and then here all night long, I feel like the shots were coming from range, and he did it here again.
And being deflected like this one is. I mean, it's a great job. First off, Kuzi's just trying to fire this puck at the net. He doesn't know whether or not where this is going to be picked, but it gets deflected, goes to Korpisalo, 7-hole there. But you got to talk about that goal in the hole. Starts with the draw at center ice, and they have possession. All right, and they keep possession for that 26 seconds, and it's a great play by Mojo, actually disguising the play as he goes in below the blue line and then disguises that, and the defenseman was just too late to pick it up. And Korpisalo was mad in the crossfire.
We'll take the wave of Evgeny Kuznetsov gets things
Yeah.
done for the Capitals. Let's send it back out to Columbus for our bottom line thought. We welcome back in Joe Beninati and Craig Laughlin, who are on the call here tonight. And Joe, all smiles here. We know one thing, the team is definitely happy getting the huge win heading into this long break.
Sure, they all count for those 2 points, right? They want those 2 points desperately. But, Johnny, to go along with your original thoughts, I thought the Caps game slipped downhill after the first period. And that's why when we crossed over, I asked you what really was the reason you could see for Columbus being able to rally like they were. I could have definitely started with, why is that shot from Kuznetsov so difficult to stop? Those body blows for goalies are something that the netminders just hate.
Well, it's amazing during this game. I thought the Columbus Blue Jackets were a little loosey-goosey. They were playing with nothing really on the line. They've got to look forward to next year already because they're so far in the standings. And to me, this was a game that the Capitals got a little careless. They were poaching a little bit. Case in point, the tying goal. Goudreau was behind everybody. No one saw him. Puts it in the net. I said at the top of the show, the Caps needed 2 points, 1 to 10. It was 11 for me, and they got it done. And Kuzi has not been scoring. He's been, I think it's 14 games since his last goal against the Ottawa Senators. He's been getting chance after chance. I think this is going to be positive for the team and for Kuznetsov personally, and it's all about the draw. Brent nailed it. He was out there against the big fella Boone Jenner. He won the draw. Misalignment by the defense. They misplayed that. You're supposed to be one-on-one in that situation, and there it is through the 7-hole, and a salute by Kuznetsov.
And a very unhappy Jonas Korpisalo.
Hey, guys, I think we can all probably agree that it probably wasn't the Caps' best stuff. There was a little bit left to be desired. But, you guys watching these Capitals so much, you can probably tell, or I guess the question is, what's the best thing that stands out when the Caps all their guns are on full blare? What's the one thing that stands out to you, in their game that they do so well? For me, I can tell the Caps are going well from zone exits and crisp passing. But what about you guys?
Yeah, it starts with the exits, obviously. They want to play, get it out, get it through, and get it in. And that's when they're at their best. And I always say, I have a passing fancy. I love passing, and I think the Caps are the best when they do that. I like the fact that they won tonight's game. Kuznetsov's a star. But to me, you talked about Hathaway right off the start. He set the tone for this game. They had 2 goals, the so-called fourth line. Wherever you number them, they got it done with a big 2 points. This team is playing for nothing, and they have guys that are dancing and dangling, and they have Line A getting chance after chance. And give credit, I'm going to go with the goalies union too. I thought Lindgren came in after not playing in a long time, and he looked like he was fresh, and he looked fast, and he looked strong.
Brent and Alexa, my answer to that question, the Caps look their best when they spend the least amount of time in the defensive zone. When they can get out quickly, when they are more on the offensive end, that's when they are their best. And it's all part and parcel to the breakouts, to the net minding, and then to how well the puck movers defensively get the puck from defense to offense.
See, I already forgot his question because I was thinking of vacation. Thank you for reminding me.
Joe, right there, you got to think of it. Like, do we let him in as an honorary member for talking about the goalies there, that union card, or what?
I'm trying to get in it, Johnny. I am, honestly.
I actually thought he'd be on vacation from about, the 5-minute mark of the second period.
Yeah, I love it. 11 on a scale of 10. Locker, you called it. This game was important. They got the win. Now vacation on our mind. Gentlemen, enjoy those 10 days. I know Capitals fans are going to miss you. We'll see you back as the Capitals take on the Bruins just after, and then a stadium series up next. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, my private jet leaves at 11, so I got to go.
Off to the Bahamas or somewhere on the beach.
Thank you.
Oh, he's so fun. Maybe we need a Joe Beninati, Craig Laughlin cam for them on vacation. Just too much fun with the 2 of them in the booth. We're definitely going to miss them. But let's take a look, because we're talking about the goaltending crew and union. And Johnny, there was a few close calls here for Columbus, really on both sides of the ice as well. But Lindgren getting some love from the iron there.
I think he kept him in this game. Charlie Lindgren was great. He was great down low. He was great up high. Gets fortunate on this one here. But, all the things considering, he had to be moving around that crease really well all night long. Like I said, you got to be good to be lucky. He was good and lucky there. But Line, Goudreau, Boone Jenner, these guys were all over him all night. A lot of odd man rushes that he had to deal with out there as well. I think another sparkling performance allows his team to win almost every single chance he gets in net. So a job well done by Charlie Lindgren.